Hey friends, Lyndawho. So we're doing round 3 of No One Has to Die. That name is such bullshit. But so far, I have done Crazy Guy Alpha. Then I've done Deceiving Girl, aka Christina. Then Steve, the soul animal, who kind of lost at the end. There's only 2 options left, so I'm thinking this will be a fairly short episode. So what we've learned so far is that there is a machine called the Tempest. I'm assuming it's the Tempest because everyone else has said, oh, I found Tempest. And we learned with Crazy Troy that he's been through like people dying 5 times, which after seeing everyone die multiple times 5 times, I would probably go a little crazy too. So we just have to see what happens if I don't kill Christina, and then what happens if I kill Troy and let Lionel, the boss, live. So let's do the obviously bad end first. We can skip this. Alright. So, I need to save Christina? Correct? Yes. I need to save Christina. So, boop the water. Too many deaths. Oh, damn it. I forgot to not let him drown. Oopsie. Alright. Water. So apparently you can't let more than the total amount of deaths happen, which stops my thing I was going to do earlier, which is I was going to let Christina and Steve both die. I'm guessing it won't let that happen. Alright, yay, Lionel and Christina are saved. Yay. Casualty destroyed. Bye, Crazy. Well, I guess he finally got what he wanted. Good. That man was a maniac. He cost my company millions already. And you think he killed people. So isn't that the more important thing? And he killed 4 people. Well, Christina, he didn't. You did. It'll be 6 if you don't get out of here soon. Alright, I found the stairs. Me too. Beginning scan. I didn't mean to be so callous before. It's just, this will severely impact our operations. Don't you think that might have been the point? What do you mean by that? Troy probably wanted to stop Phoenix from doing whatever messed up things you do here. I suppose that makes sense. No, impossible. Our business here is strictly confidential. Does that sound like a slip of a tongue to you, visitor? Calculation complete. You both die. 2 casualties unavoidable. No. Really sad music you're happening when it's the confrontation between the girl whose mother got killed and the guy who probably knows why it happened. This is why you cue the sad music? I feel like the sad music is a little inappropriate here. I'm afraid not. I guess that's fairest, isn't it? What? Well, why would we deserve to live when Steve and Troy had to die? Because Troy was a murderer. And what about Steve? Well, either way, goodbye. She gives no fucks. All she wants is Lionel to die, and she'll give no fucks. Because last time when it was her and him about to die, last time when she lived and Lionel died, and Steve died, she fucking lost it. But I guess if she's going down with Lionel, she just doesn't care anymore. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I guess I'll just watch them die. Bye, everybody. Bye. Oh, was this the good end? Let's see. Oh, it was the bad end. What a fucking surprise. Alright. We're finally gonna be done. We're gonna see what's happening, and everything will make sense. It should, anyway. Yes, I know. Alright. Let's see what will happen if I kill Crazy. Alright, so you turn on the water, you lock the door. Now turn off the water. I am so good at these puzzles. Even though I've played the same puzzle 5 different ways, I'm still so good at these puzzles. Casualties Troy. I'm so glad that Troy is dead because his voice hurt my throat. Ah, excellent. You've made the right decision. I'm not so sure this was the right decision. Now, you made a promise. So it's right. I want information. Tell me. Very well. A deal's a deal. What do you want to know? Everything. I want to know what Christina was talking about. What's going on in this company? Christina herself has no idea what we do here. She was right about one thing, though. Here at Phoenix Corporation, we buy and sell large stocks of cheap products just to keep the books looking busy. It's a front. Our true interest here is time travel. Knew that. Time travel. That is indeed what I said. And you expect me to believe that? You should, because it's true. I don't care what you believe. You asked for truth, and here it is. Now, if you let me continue, we in fact have a fully functional time machine in this facility. Would it be the Tempest? But the time machine we've constructed doesn't quite work like the ones you might see in the movies. As in, it does nothing because time travel isn't real. Oh me. If you're not going to listen, I don't see why you bother saving me. We already went through this, friends. I don't like it when people don't say thank you after I save them. At all. No, our time travel doesn't affect physical objects. So what, affects like someone's soul? Well, that doesn't sound very useful. What can it do? No fire detected. It can carry a person's consciousness through time. Consciousness? Their thoughts, their personality, their likes and dislikes, their experience and their memories. Our machines can carry those things through time. So their brains? You know, I don't believe a word of this. It's your own loss. Technically, I've lost nothing because I've been alive in all of these scenarios. So if I was to hop in this machine and go an hour into the future, what would actually happen? Your consciousness would leave your body and effectively you would die. That's not a time machine, friends. That's a death machine. That's death. What is the point of time traveling if you're just traveling to your own death immediately? Die at first. Then after an hour, your consciousness would re-enter your body and you would come back to life, not even realizing an hour had passed. Wait, so you don't die? That's impossible. I'm confused. Do you die or do you not die? We've done it successfully. Birds, people, dogs, anything with a brain can travel in our machine. But what use does that serve time travel? Your body would start to decompose if you went forward more than a few hours. Wait, why don't they just keep them on like life support while they do this? That is true. We're still Wait, and what's the point of time traveling forward if you don't remember any of it? And your body ages? That's basically like you're just asleep. So what's the point of that? This is a stupid machine, Lionel. Your machine is stupid. We're still experimenting with preserving the body that would allow consciousness to later re-enter it. What's the point? It's like you're asleep. Currently freezing seems promising. We're not Walt Disneying this shit. But this is where our... Alright, you know, he's talking a lot, so I'm just gonna talk my normal voice. But this is where our true interest lies. If a person travels forward through time, they can visit distant eras and the like, but they can still only live for 80 years, the 80 years their body dictates. But what if one was to travel backwards? You mean back to when they were younger? Exactly. They would retain their memories and experiences gained over time, but they would have a younger body. Unless they were in an accident and died instantly, they could live forever. But you'd have to relive everything you already know going to happen. This still doesn't seem like a great idea. Whoa, whoa. Yes, with our machine, no one has to die. With our machine, no one has to die. I'm sorry, friends. but that was a very frustrating moment of my life. Because you motherfucker! Everyone did die! Everyone did die! 3 people just died! This is not the right name of the game! This was misleading! It's called This Time Machine Fucking Sucks, and we think everyone doesn't have to die, but everyone will die! Even though it might be a little too long, just abbreviate it. That would be huge, but does it work? Are we forgetting that everyone just died? We believe so. What's that supposed to mean? Our tests traveling forward have gone exactly to plan. However, in our tests, things didn't work quite so well going backwards. What happened? Our human test subject entered the body we activated. Her consciousness left her body and... Oh, was that Christina's mom? And unfortunately never came back. She died. Oh! So are you saying that your machine, where no one has to die, someone died while using it? That's terrible. What went wrong? You tried to go against humanity? Maybe. We've dedicated every resource we have available to discovering the cause of this problem, and you haven't worked it out yet. And we think the machine may have worked. What? How can you say that when someone died? You don't understand what working means. It's an incredibly complicated concept, but I will explain it to you. First, though, you have to do something for me. I've entered the code to unlock access to the rooms on the ground floor. I'm in the Tempest room. Come meet me here. But why? Why can't you tell me now? Lionel, where'd you go? The fuck, bro? Guess I have no choice. I have to go find you. It can't end like this. What? This is bullshit. This can't end like this. What the fuck? Lionel end. What was the point of all this? The end is near the final time. The final timeline has appeared. This is a timeline with a single line with no branching paths, which means that you can't have different outcomes, which means either everyone dies, a set person has to die, or no one dies. But I'm confused because what happened to all the people that were... Wait, okay. So Troy remembered everything, which is why he went crazy. Does that mean Christina and Steve? I don't know. I just play video games. I don't know. I don't know. Tempest engaged. Like if I just been a bubble? Hey! I remember shit! Lionel, what the hell is going on here? I went to the Tempest room like you told me, and now I'm back here in the control room. I time traveled. Wait. What? How did I end up here? Christina! Chris, you're alive and you're alive. Steve! Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? Troy is logged. Troy's alive, and I won't give him his crazy voice because he's not crazy. You guys, you remember. You finally remember. Troy, this was all some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm going to believe you after you lit this fire? About that... I didn't light the fire. You don't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Amazing. I knew this would happen sometime, somewhere, but I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes, but for now, there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you mine last time. RFTS. But did anyone find any new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect, visitor. I I confess that just before I cut out last episode, last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now, quickly enter all the codes. Alright. I'm very chill. 4 codes received. Full access granted. Full access? You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel! Tell us what the hell is going on here already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B3. No casualties expected. Every time I see the fucking words, no one has to die, I want to punch my computer. Yes, now we're all safe. Let's get out of here then. No one is dying. No one is dying. No one is dying. No one's really dying. No one's dying. No one's dying. This isn't happening, but no one is dying. Fantastic! We're all still alive! Great! But you still owe us all an explanation. Except me. I know everything. How is everyone alive again? How did it end up back here where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible! Did she really just say impossible? Did the girl who saw everyone die and go into a room and wind up where she was an hour ago and everyone's alive just say that it's impossible for time travel? Well, it was a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Correct so far? It works going forward, but going backwards, it apparently also fucking works. Going backwards, you killed somebody. They never returned to their body, which was Christina. Well, Christina's mom. That is the story as I told it. The person you murdered was my mother, you asshole. What? What? Your mother died of a brain tumor. You told me so. That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel bullshit. Again, stop saying impossible when you were the fucking proof that it worked. So I lit the fire. I lit it to kill Lionel and wreck his corporation before they ruined any more lives. I forgot. In no matter what scenario, Christina is still kind of the crazy one because she did kill the security guards and light a fire. Every time. Chris, I don't believe it. I suspected as much. Christina, your mother is not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Oh yeah, these like puzzles are inconvenient now. I'll just lock all the doors. Lionel, answers. Your mother is not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would have been to accommodate our time traveler. That is, the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things are not so simple. The consciousness would become lost in the mess that is time-space. It would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to. But it would not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Me too, bro. Our research would suggest that there was a nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother traveled backwards through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. They would land randomly in different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline and the conscious would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or the consciousness that returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousness would land back where they began in their own universe. But many timelines were left like here, in this universe, where Christina's mother consciousness left her this world, but no other consciousness returned to fill her body. Because of this, the body remained empty, and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on another time, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. But it explains everything. This is why everything kept happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yes, it took me a while to figure out, but we've all been brought here by the Tempest machine. Visitor, you remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest room. Well, each of these people remember a different reality, one where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right. I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, if the survivor entered the Tempest machine, which had its clock set to begin disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would end up back where we started and no one else would remember what had just taken place. But there were a few universes like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. And that's how we're all here together now, with memories of different futures. Wow. But the chances of that happening would be practically zero. Actually, with as many universes as it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of years in which the same thing has happened as it's happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it's the truth. These puzzles mean nothing. Boop, 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 boop. Fire has been contained. Hey, guys, all your paths meet up here, right? They do? I suppose they must. Soon, we'll be able to talk in person. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already there. Okay, coming. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Poor me. The delivery guy from Staples just got left high and dry. Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, damn it! Typical. Now what do I do? Still sitting next to these rotting corpses. Visitor? Yo, Christina, what up? Can you open the door? No, sorry. I don't think I'll have the chance to. Is she going crazy again? Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely up front with all of you. Is she your mom? Is her mom in her body? What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. I was talking to a guy voice my own voice. No, I've been here before. To a timeline just like this one, where we all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for a Tempest machine were, and he told me they were on floor B2 in my section of the building. Later he explained that the machine can't send consciousness back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back through time. So I thought I'd give things another try, and I hopped back in the Tempest machine. Don't tell me. This time, when we were on floor B2, I set the time machine back as far as it could go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. That's crazy! What if you end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here and I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You should know better than anyone what it feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. I am God. This is true. And the timeline you came from, you even chose to kill me. So you remember that. In your timeline, I chose to not kill you. Just putting it out there. I wish I could have Steve and my mother back at once, but I don't have that choice. I spent too long wishing she was here with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world I'm a murderer, an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not going to stop me, are you? No, I'm not. But can you please tell someone to open the door? It smells really bad in here. Tell Steve I'm sorry and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye, and good luck. Thanks. I think I'll need it. Is that it? End? Is there any more secrets? Any more secrets? Secret, secret, secret. No, that's it. Well, okay. Well, this game was fantastic. I know I was pissed, but it was really good. And the title is really good, I'll admit it, because it does end up tie up in the end. And I thought this was going to be a game basically just all puzzles, but the puzzles were kind of the back seat to the actual story, the plot, and that's a really good thing and kind of a rare thing. But yeah, I definitely recommend playing this game. I will link it in the description box down below to the thing that I don't know who the developer was. Stu the Blue is the developer, and it was really good. It was a great game. It currently has a 4.7 rating on Game Jolt for obvious reasons. Just great music, really simplistic style, but it didn't need the high graphics to be able to get the story across. It was good. It was good. That's all I can say. For more videos directly to your little inbox, subscribe, like this video if you liked it, follow me on Twitter for the daily question and more fun. And until next time, bye friends.